I want to pause this program for a moment. Well, I'm not pausing it, but I just want to take a little break from other news stories to talk about something that's very serious. There is a problem in America, and it's affecting our children so much so that we really do need to talk about it. And no, I'm not talking about school shootings. That's kind of a problem, but let's be honest. It's worth it. It's worth it. Kids getting gunned down by crazy motherfuckers, whatever. As long as I get to have an AR-15 hanging on my wall. But what am I talking about? What is really damaging children in America? Is it COVID-19, which is now the leading cause of death? Or at least in the top 3 leading causes of death for people under the age of 15? Nah, as we know, there's no such thing as virus. Virus or disease. They're fake news. So, but what else is affecting children in this country? Is it the rampant abuse of social media that is getting people addicted to the dopamine reward system in their brain so that they keep scrolling through those TikToks and, you know, they keep posting epic cringe to get likes? Is that really damaging our kids? I mean, I'm not worried about it, so. But what is really hurting our kids? Is it groomers? You know, the transgender people that are just walking around and doing their own thing, and then somehow that affects kids negatively, I guess. I mean, that's what people in the news are saying. But personally, I don't think that's a problem. But what's affecting our kids?
A traffic stop in Texarkana nets a large haul of drug-laced gummies and the driver in handcuffs. Texarkana, Texas police tell us the 2 pounds of gummies, you see how they're packaged there, found in a vehicle laced with THC. That's the substance found in cannabis plants. Police believe the candies were on their way to Memphis from Houston. The driver is facing a felony simply for being in possession of those drugs. TPD tells us this should serve as a warning for all parents in the Arklatex.
It's pretty common for kids, especially, you know, early teens, to start experimenting. And a lot of times the gateway drug or the step-up drug or the beginning is THC or marijuana. This is not something that you're going to buy on the candy aisle at a store. It's obviously going to be bad.
But it has that look of a candy aisle at the store, and that's what's so.
I love that they cut off the cowboy hat dumb fuck when he was like, he started to like explain how it's actually not a problem because you're not going to find it in a store, and then they cut the mic. Like, no, this is a huge issue. Shut up, cowboy man.
Or it's obviously going to be bad.
But it has that look of a candy aisle at the store, and that's what's so concerning. 19-year-old Kareem Carruthers of Houston was arrested in connection with that case.
Oh, man. Top 10 dumbest motherfuckers in human history.
A traffic
This guy.
stop in Texarkana nets a large haul of drug-laced gummies.
Drug-laced gummies. Drug-laced gummies. Can we talk about what the word laced means? I'm going to look up the definition of this, just so I can be as accurate as possible. The definition of the word laced is as follows. Contaminated with a substance, usually harmful or toxic, present in small amounts. Okay, laced. It means contaminated with a substance, usually harmful or toxic, present in small amounts. Now, marijuana is not harmful and it's not toxic. But what does the word contaminated mean? Let's find out. The word contaminated, having been made impure by exposure to or addition of a poisonous or polluting substance. I have a question. Has anyone ever baked? Let's say you bake a cake. You do all the bullshit, you put it all in a bowl, and then you go like, blah, 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 and then you throw it in the oven, okay? And then let's say someone eats the cake and accuses you of lacing the cake with flour. Let's say they accuse you of lacing your cake with sugar. It was laced. Really? It was laced? Top 10 dumbest motherfuckers who have ever breathed oxygen on planet Earth. This fucking moron? Laced. Let's say, I don't know, we're making a salad. We got leafy greens in there. We got spinach, cucumbers. We got tomatoes up in this bitch. Would someone be in their right mind if they accused you of lacing your salad with spinach? That salad was laced with spinach. The point that I'm getting at here is that they were not laced. They were designed and manufactured to contain these ingredients. If something is laced, that means, again, as I've used the defined word, the definition, it means to be contaminated. What is contamination? Something impure, something that is not part of the actual material, the ingredients. What would lacing be? Let's say I'm at a bar and I'm drinking, a vodka soda, okay? And someone puts roofies in my drink. I did not order vodka soda with roofies. Therefore, it is laced. It is laced. Someone laced my drink. If I ordered a vodka soda with extra roofies and then I drank the vodka soda with extra roofies, that would not be laced. That's what I ordered. That's what I meant. So they're lying. This is a lie. But then also, isn't it funny that weed is legal for most people in the United States of America? 50+% of people that live in the United States of America, weed is legal. But in states like Texas, drugs! Drugs! It's drugs! Ah, the kids are gonna get the drugs! It's drugs! Gonna die! Gateway drug! Couple states over, totally legal, adults only. Couple states over, drugs! I have a question. Max is concerned because I'm screaming like a dumbass. I have a question. You ever go to the liquor store and you see these, wine coolers, they got the Smirnoff and the Seagrams and all that. They got these wine coolers and shit, but they're like bright blue. You ever see that? Blue raspberry. You ever see like the cans of the Four Locos and shit? They're all fancy. Does that mean it's marketed to kids? It's in an adults only section of a store and only adults can purchase it. Are adults not allowed to purchase items that have cartoons on them? But obviously, I am taking this bullshit way too seriously. These people are all fucking morons, man. Again, top 10 dumbest motherfuckers that have ever been born and have ever walked on planet Earth. This fucking dipshit cocksucker right here. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name. Dumb motherfucker. This guy is a dumb shit for brains cocksucker. We're talking about dumpster sludge kind of dumb. We're talking about like a 13 IQ kind of dumb. The idea that you're going, like, would you say that a wine cooler is laced with alcohol? That's the fucking point, dumbass. That's the fucking point, dumbass. Jesus fucking Christ. But this is KSLA.com. Report.
Drugs. TPD tells us this should serve as a warning for all
experimenting, especially, early teens to start experimenting. And a lot of times the gateway drug or the step-up drug or the beginning is THC or...
I have an alternative theory for the gateway drug. If kids are going to be consuming Jolly Rancher gummies that have marijuana in them, wouldn't the gateway drug be the Jolly Rancher gummies? If kids see a colorful package that looks like candy and they want to eat it and it has weed in it, wouldn't the gateway drug be the candy? Now, we know that sugar affects the brain. Sugar changes the way the brain functions. Sugar is an addictive substance. When you feed kids sugar, they become addicted to it. Fun fact, 1 in 5 U.S. children, 20%, 1 in 5. If you have a classroom of 30 kids, you have a classroom with 20 kids, right? 1 in 5, what is that? 4 kids are going to have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. 20% of American kids have fatty liver disease. The average U.S. child consumes 80 grams of sugar on a daily basis. 80 grams of sugar. But you don't think sugar's a drug because you're a dumbass? All right. What about caffeine? When children consume soda, like Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew, not only are they getting a very poisonous dose of sugar, which is a toxic chemical to the body, fructose specifically, but they're also getting caffeine, which is also a highly addictive substance. My opinion, caffeine consumption should be banned for anybody under the age of 13. Is putting caffeine in soda and then marketing soda to kids, would that count as drug-laced soda? Caffeine's a drug, just happens to be legal. But again, everyone involved here, except for the person who got quote-unquote caught, that's a hero. Someone bringing drugs, aka marijuana, not a drug. If cigarettes aren't a drug, marijuana's not a drug. If alcohol is not a drug, marijuana's not a drug. Marijuana is less toxic and less harmful than alcohol, than sugar, than caffeine, and all three of those are legal. A little interesting. But there you go. It's a problem facing millions of Americans today.